Every night, I could hear the muffled sounds coming from the room my cousin Lily shared with her boyfriend Marcus. It only made my own restless cravings feel more intense. Gradually, I found myself drifting into fantasies about what it would feel like to have Marcus touch me. It all came to a head when Lily invited me to join her on a trip back to her hometown for New Year's Eve. At the station, I realized Marcus was coming along to meet her parents. I couldn't help but let my jaw drop slightly. He was about 6'3" and built like a pro athlete, the kind of man who was impossible to ignore. When he saw me, he gave me a slow, head-to-toe look over. He was wearing a pair of gray shorts that left very little to the imagination regarding his physique. He greeted me, but his gaze seemed fixed on my chest. I had developed quite early, and today I was wearing a low-cut V-neck top that showcased a rather deep neckline. I was also in a short skirt. I knew that if I leaned over even slightly, everything would be on display. As he stood behind me, I could feel the heat of his gaze. It hit me then. With his height, he probably had a clear view of everything. I instinctively tugged at my shirt and skirt, my cheeks burning. He casually looked away and mentioned he was going to grab some snacks for the trip. Watching him walk away, I couldn't resist teasing Lily. I've heard personal trainers or something else. Is it true? Lily gave me a mysterious flushed smile. Oh, it's true. He definitely knows how to keep me satisfied. He's incredibly well endowed. I caught my breath. My God, that must feel incredible. I couldn't help but wonder what it would be like to experience that just once. I glanced back in his direction. As he walked, his physical presence was undeniable, shifting with every step. I'd heard rumors about how much a man like that could grow. I felt a sudden weakness in my legs just thinking about the logistics of it. Lily had told me before that he was high maintenance, needing attention several times a day. Every time I saw her, she had a certain radiant glow. It was clear she was being very well taken care of. As I was lost in thought, Lily leaned over and winked at me. Want to give him a try? My breathing hitched. I bit my lip, feeling a wave of guilty excitement. Lily, stop teasing me! I looked up and saw a flash of genuine interest in Marcus's eyes as he overheard our exchange. Finally, we boarded the train. Lily had booked a private sleeper cabin for us. It was just the three of us in the compartment, with a curtain drawn across the entrance for privacy. She and Marcus settled onto the bunk opposite mine. Lily leaned against him, scrolling through her phone, while his hands began to wander freely. Watching them, my face felt like it was on fire. I tried to focus on my own phone to hide the awkwardness, but my eyes kept drifting back. Lily was wearing a tight purple dress that hugged every curve perfectly. 10 minutes passed, and I noticed Marcus's hand slipping beneath the fabric several times. When his hand eventually emerged, it was glistening. Lily whispered shyly, "Wait, Claire is still right here." As night fell and the train grew quiet, the attendant dimmed the lights to their lowest setting. To my shock, Lily climbed onto Marcus's lap and they began to move in rhythm. I licked my lips, my mind racing with vivid images. Before I knew it, I drifted off to sleep. I don't know how long I was out, but Lily's voice eventually woke me. I opened my eyes to find the cabin lights back on. Lily gave me a playful wink. "Claire, are you hungry? Could you go to the dining car and grab 3 meals for us?" Looking at the obvious physical state Marcus was in, I knew exactly what she was asking for. "Sure," I replied quickly. As I stepped out, I heard Lily's soft whispers behind me. To give them plenty of time, I deliberately stayed in the dining car and finished my own meal before heading back. But when I pulled back the curtain, I saw they were still in the middle of it. They were so lost in the moment they didn't even notice I was there. I quietly stepped back, but I couldn't help but peek through the gap. I was stunned by the scene, the sheer intensity and the positions they were capable of. I leaned against the corridor wall, my body feeling heavy and weak as I listened to the rhythmic sounds of their passion. About 15 minutes later, the sounds finally subsided. I walked back in, but as I did, my foot slipped. The meal containers I was carrying tumbled onto my bunk. A pair of strong, steady arms caught me. I looked up,